Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Star Wars, the Black Series, Supreme Leader Snoke Throne Room. And as you can see, it comes in this big box, and you see Snoke in there with his gold robe, just chilling on his throne. Cool little artwork right here. He does not have a number, but the artwork continues right here, and we got a lot of information. And then nothing really here, but let's go ahead and get Snoke out of his box. We got Snoke out of his prison, and I mean, he's Snoke. He does come out of the box like so. Comes with this little tab part of the throne, but you know, he is covered in a bunch of rubber bands, so you sort of like get these. I already pre-cut the rubber bands, but you gotta like pop these out. So I got him like strapped down. Let's go ahead and take a look at his throne, and let me pop him in piece. You see the hole right there, guys? Well, this thing's slotted. Bam. Completely put together. Now, for a $40 figure, it's just one of those things you gotta justify. Is he worth, or is this throne worth an additional $20? And at first I was like, yes. Then his gold robes were around, and I was like, yeah, he looks like he's ready to say, you know, you want a smoke and a pancake? And I was like, no, he's not gold member. But today was the day I just decided, I'm like, I'm getting Snoke in his throne. And not only because of people's reviews, like my buddy Crooked Mark, Kevin Womack is another collector. He did this throne with his Black Panther figures, and it looked epic. So I'm like, this throne can be used for multiple things and still look good. The throne itself has a lot of detail to it. Be cool if it had like LEDs, but I'm sure it's very easily customizable because it is hollow. So you get all those like little slots down here, all this, and I love the texture that's actually sculpted in to the actual cushion. And they actually sculpted the back of this as well, which they could have just left it flat, but they got all the hoses and tubes and everything all the way to the tip of the throne. It's really, really cool. I mean, of course there wouldn't be any paint love on the back, because who's going to be posing this on the back? But on the sides, you get some really cool lights and stuff. And it's cool that they're actually different colors. You got the red at the very top. All of them are blue. This side, you got some red, orange, and stuff. It's not identical, which is great. I do got some paint wear straight out of the box on the back. That's probably from the rubber bands. And then it just, again, it's just sculpted really nice. I really, really dig this throne a lot. Like, it's a very nice looking piece. Snoke actually looks amazing. If you haven't seen Crooked Mark's top 10 figures of 2017, definitely check it out. This is his number one, and I can sort of see why. If you look at the detail that they did in this face, the wrinkles, like they sculpted the heck out of this face, painted it very, very well, and his eyes actually look really good. Like, look at the big chunk out of his head. It's sort of nasty. I feel like he'd smell like, you know, Bengay and mothballs. But like that whole damaged up head goes all the way on the back too. Like, I can't wait to get more information on this figure or character itself, because he definitely looks like he's either it's the, you know, the dark side doing this to him, or he got like those wounds on the top and the back of the head. He had to have fought somebody, and I would love to see who he ended up fighting. So figure itself, I mean, he gets all ways of motion. Doesn't look like he can look down too much. He can look up a little bit. But it's mainly because he has his collar there. And then look at that meaty neck in there. That just looks nasty. Sculpted, just sculpted amazing. I think this is actually attached somehow. So you really can't take off. I don't think you can take his full robe off because this is a plastic collar that this is like glued to, and that seemed like it was glued right up here. So still looks great. You can still like move it open a little bit. You can see his, almost reminds me of like Jedi robes. A lot of people have been calling them pajamas. And the gold robe, as much as I made fun of it and it deterred me away from this figure, I wish it hadn't. I wish I would have got him sooner, because gold robe sort of makes him look boss. Like, just reminds me of like old school, like Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, like, or even like Mortal Kombat. Like he'd be in the background on that throne, or he'd be that last boss that you'd fight. I love it. Articulation, he gets some movement up in the, doesn't really get ab crunch, but he gets that like rotation. And his arm, which I thought was pretty cool, it's there. He has an arm, but it's a double jointed elbow. Look how thin this arm is. Even has a bicep swivel up there. Double jointed elbow, thin arm. Hasbro's making this. Why aren't the female legends having it? Come on now. But this thing, even underneath the clothes, it is painted and looks fantastic. Like it just has shading throughout. His hand looks like a decrepit old man's hand. Let me focus that right there. He's got that crystal on the ring. But yeah. Look at the details. It's blurry, I know. Let me focus it. It's got like long fingernails, weird looking fingers. But still really, really cool. And he gets the wrist bend and rotation on this figure, which is great. Same articulation on this hand, except, in this arm, except it's just a different sculpt. And those are straight up like old people hands. So cool. And then the sleeve actually, isn't that bad of getting it back slid down. And then we get into his belt. The belt is painted gold. And again, another part that's sculpted beautifully. You get all that sculpt work, the buckle, the texture, and it's throughout this figure. When we get down to the bottom part, I noticed that I have these strings here, which I'm leaving. I think these help keep the robe closed. If anybody knows, comment down below. But I sort of kept it, and I know Luke had some stuff like that on his cloak that he came with. And then you can actually see the pajamas underneath. Not bad. They have some texture to them. Sculpt works good. And then get these nice paint. I don't know if that's supposed to be painted up that high right there. Let's check the other side. Yeah, they look a little dirty. So I don't know what Snoke's been doing, but it's sort of dirty at the bottom. But he has like those old man legs. Like I feel like he should have some of those diabetes socks on. And then they put so much detail in these shoes. It stopped focusing. There we go. Like, look at that. Painted gold as can be. Looking great. And as far as articulation, I think this is going to end up messing up. Come on now. You can do splits this far. That's about it. It's no Van Damme, Snoke. I just realized one of my legs is sort of warped. But with being positioned on a throne, it happens. But he does get... Ew. Did you guys see that? That was about the... When I went to bend it down, this was popping out. But I'm not going to be using it. But he has double jointed knee. This part was popping out when I was trying to bend it. Let's see if I can do it again without it. Yeah, you can sort of see that part trying to pop out. Then he gets the ankle bend. And he gets the rotation. He has even peg holes on the bottom of his feet. So, as for you needing the double jointed knees, I'm probably not going to use the double jointed knees. I am keeping these strings in here because it helps keep his cloak closed, or his robe. But for what this Snoke brings to the table, in my opinion, $39.99 is definitely the maximum I would go on this figure, because I really feel for that price. He should have had maybe some, like, a LED built into his throne. That's just my opinion. But other than that, like, the figure's great, sculpt's great, paintwork's great. Like, that head sculpt is phenomenal. I mean, I think it's probably one of the best head sculpts we've ever had in the Black Series. And that's just my opinion. And he gets plenty of soft goods love. The figure has plenty of articulation that you would need for him. And all I got to do is really get that Walmart Kylo so I can finish the throne room. And I think it would look pretty awesome. But that sums up my unboxing and review of Star Wars Black Series Snoke and his throne. So I do thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, good luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.